Alright, for question A, was the study an experiment or an observational study? Okay, to start off, I'm going to read the definitions for both of these. An observational study observes individuals and measures variables of interest, but does not attempt to influence the response. An experiment, on the other hand, deliberately imposes some treatment on individuals in order to observe their responses. Finish the question. Provide an explanation to support your answer. Alright, so I personally believe that, or I know, this is an experiment. The reason it's experiment is because right here when it says deliberately imposes some treatment on individuals in order to observe their responses. So the difference between an observational study and an experiment is an experiment you're actually changing the outcome and not just looking at the data. And you can see this in this problem when they have the 27 people sampled, and they split them within the groups, and then they give them 2 different pills to try to observe the outcomes. So you can see right here the random assignment, 17 people receive like the D pill, and then 10 people will receive the placebo. That is what makes an experiment, regardless of the outcome, that they were intentionally trying to influence the data. Question B. When the data was analyzed, the D-clocerin group showed statistically significantly more improvement than the placebo group did. Based on this result, would the researchers be justified in concluding that the D-cyclocerin pill and the 2 therapy sessions are as beneficial as the 8 therapy sessions without the pill? Justify your answers. So when I got that information, I went over here and made just a little graph against the new pill and for the new pill. So against the new pill, not large enough sample size. My problem was that they only took 27 people and only 17 of those people received the new pill. To claim that this new method just blatantly works better than the old one wouldn't make any sense with such just a small sample size. They either need to repeat the process and change up a few more things to get variation, or just run it a number of times. But just on that alone, it wouldn't be conclusive to me. A point for the new pill would be it showed better data. As you could clearly see from the question, it said the D-clocerin group shows statistically and significantly more improved data than the placebo group did. So if the pill is working better than the placebo, that's definitely one up, no matter by what standards, even if the data is not large enough. Okay, now the next 2 points are a little bit confusing because they kind of go against each other. So it's said before how the new data did much better than the placebo. Well, the placebo was only given 2 sessions, when normally the data is compared to 8 sessions of therapy. And as you can see, it says, based on the result, concluding the D-clocerin pill, it showed 2 therapy sessions more beneficial than the other 2 placebo sessions. So you don't actually know if the new pill, 2 sessions with the pill, is better than the 8 normal therapy sessions. It just says that the new sessions are better than the 2 placebo pill sessions. So it's just inconclusive. So for that, I'm gonna have to say no. They need to do more research and information before they can get a final answer. Okay. A newspaper article summarized the result of the study and did not explain how it was determined which people received the D-cyclocerin and which received the placebo. It says some more things. Explain why such a method of assignment might lead to an incorrect conclusion. Okay, so the 2 biases I concluded that might be a cause of concern is, for one, they don't say where they got their subjects. Let's say the people who ran the test were also workers at the company that were creating the new pill. They could just be random people they personally selected. They could be people that are either really afraid of flying or not afraid. They just get to determine all the outcomes, so it doesn't make the data super ethical. Another one is any predisposed information about the subjects. Kind of what I said before. Let's say that out of the 27 people, 10 were terrified of flying. They had a deep-rooted fear that could probably never be solved. And the other 17 just were a little bit afraid. They put those, if the company that did the survey was for the pill, they might unethically decide, what if we put those 17 people that were not so afraid of flying and had them take our pill, and the people that had a deep root of flying take the placebo? And that could definitely alter the results. So there's a lot of unaccounted for outcomes that if you don't reduce bias, it could drastically change the data and compromise your whole experiment.